Check out my Lotus's underpants. Pink. Like your mum's. Come on, admit it, you kinda wish your car had a pink underbelly too. And a perfect bonnet. I've been working hard to make everything nice down there. On the car, I mean. But getting to those hard to reach spots as is... I need to flip the car on its roof for easy access. So that's the plan for this video. Never happened. I've had most of the underside stripped of overspray and stone chip for a while now, save for the two tough to get to wheel arches, and I've been working on fettling a repair that was done over 40 years ago, to a decent standard too, but that really needed proper finishing. The last thing I did before taking a wee holiday was apply some microfiber infused filler. This stuff has greater strength than a conventional filler, but for that, it's harder, and so more difficult to sand. Not having done any filler work in over a year, I'm not going to know the difference, but I am interested to see just what lies ahead. Okay, I noticed the difference. I got sucked into my own waste not, want not dogma, and instead of just leaving leftover filler to go off on the onion board, I started to fill some other small blemishes in the underbody. Instant regret. I have regrets in general, where it comes to the underbody, to be fair. I'd have liked to have just left it alone, sorted out the actual damage, but generally not got too fussy about it. Now I'm into painting it because I've sanded large parts and I'll never get a durable finish back any other way. No point crying over broken fiberglass, I suppose. Is that boiler suit just a little snug? I'm in danger of it disappearing up the derriere area. There it goes. Nom 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 nom. To keep the momentum going, I'm bringing the car down while the filler goes off to work up a repair on the foremost body mounts. This is definitely a thin area in the bodywork. To flip the car all the way over, I'm going to need them, and I've gotten some supplies. The main one is colloidal silica. Here's a little info on it just off the top of my dome. Colloidal silica is used to control... It's a powder you mix into resin and has many uses, but it thickens resin so that it doesn't run or sag, and can make resin a good bonding agent. I'm going to lay it into the prepared well of the body mount and to the mounts themselves, and then lay chopped strand mat in on top to reinforce the whole area. The second little tin is just pigment for resin. I took a punt that the only RAL colour within a country mile of prosthesis pink was the actual colour. I've never tinted a resin, but I'm guessing by the minuscule amount supplied in the bottom of the tin that a little goes a long way. That's probably way too much. I definitely haven't filled that well, and definitely got a little slap happy filling in all of the little tears that happened when I pried the still off. But still, no harm, and probably a good thing to do. I broke a cardinal rule. Don't touch filler before it goes off. Scientists say it's one of the most difficult impulses to ignore, and you can't argue with science when you're being told it by a YouTuber. Gar arrived up with a polishing pad and a fancy camera to get a paint match for the undercarriage. It took me a while to realise it was probably just an excuse to call the Lotus names. Actually, forget I said that. Gar hates all cars, but especially mine. I skimmed the repair with cream cheese and left that to go off. Generally, I've been leaving all resin repairs overnight at least, just to give plenty of curing time, it being cold and all. So while all that filler and fiberglass is going off, it's time for a rollover hoop build montage. Oh yeah, look at that. You think it's strong enough? Looks sketchy. It looks that way because I've literally used every scrap of metal I had to get this done. I've welded short pieces together to make longer pieces and used offcuts from 45-degree angle cuts to create flanges to bolt things to. Hopefully, I've spread The fairly minuscule 140 odd kilos the hoop has to bear out enough between all the supports to make it safe and protect the body. It took 2 days, 2 non-stop 15-minute lunch break rushed days to make the second part of this hoop, and somehow, like by some freak accident, the 2 beams that will bear the load across the floor have just 1 millimeter of height difference between them. So, if you're on an honours and awards committee and want to bestow some sort of honorary engineering degree on me, or just a big shiny medal, best maybe just wait a minute. If you're just a weirdo who'd like to support my work, there's a link in the description to loads of options, my favourite of which is subscribing via PayPal. I'm a weirdo too. Seeing the body flex, I understood straight away how the battery box is structural. The crack near the aperture for it is outside the main areas that are bolted to the chassis, and so it's in an area most likely to flex when twisting forces are put on the chassis and body. Anyway, we flipped it back over for the crack. Then Si said he wanted to go, so we went over again. Then back, then over, then back again, for keeps. No, yes, no. The real test here will be whether the whole thing doesn't implode when I remove the bottom half of the hoop so that there's unimpeded access to finish prep, and most importantly to paint. I didn't expect it, but having the body upside down has revealed a few interesting things. The rear rainwater drains for one, which I'll have to remove if I'm going to do a really nice job, and further forward inside the rear quarter buttresses, reinforcing plates for the tailgate struts. The headlining is still in there, which I'd forgotten, and instantly I have much better access to the wheel wells and a handful of other spots that were tough to even see properly with the car on its side. I have more done. I'm not stopping for anything now, and I'm working on the replacement custom handbrake and seatbelt mounts that need to go into the body before the sills go back on and seal them in for life. Tune in for that, the sills, the last of the underpants repairs, and hopefully a start on the upper body next time. To my new patrons, Johnny Pearson, Christian von Schuckman, Jason Corliss, Reese Foster, Peter Carrington, James Lalonde, Daniel Rogers and Graham Joyner, and to all of my patrons, especially those who switched to PayPal subscription. The sense of security and support helps massively my mental health as well as the ability to keep making these videos. PayPal subscribers can opt to get update videos direct to their inbox and also have access to stickers. That's it for now, so until next time, stay stuck in and good luck.
The approach will not be easy. Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.